Hi guys, I'm Anne, and welcome to Chronically Beautiful, where we're trying to live our best life, even though we probably don't feel like it. Let's get ready. I am starting off with the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in Fairest, and it is very light. I can only use this in the dead of winter, which it happens to be here in Michigan right now. I did prime my skin first with the Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Serum, which I'm almost out of, and will probably rebuy, which I always am trying new things, but I love it. All right, I am blending out my concealer with my current favorite foundation brush, which is the foundation brush from the e.l.f. Cosmetics Nabella Noir collection, and it does come in a set with 3 or 4 other brushes. I love this one and the setting powder brush. If you've watched any of my recent makeup videos, you've seen me use these 2 brushes over and over because I absolutely love them. I did skip foundation today because I am going in with the Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Medium Beige 12. You have to swirl it around in the lid. Does anyone else remember when this stuff first came out and what a huge deal it was? This was so long ago, way before makeup was such a big deal. But you had to swirl the makeup into the brush. I do remember that. This is a Bare Minerals brush that I'm using, but I don't love it for putting on the original powder foundation, I will tell you that. I was experimenting today, and it's really more of an all-over powder brush, not so much a foundation brush. The bristles are too long for me. I get better coverage with this product if I use a shorter, more dense brush, but it still looks okay. For my under eyes, I'm going to press out the fine lines first and then set them with the e.l.f. under eye setting powder in sheer. It is just a easy little under eye powder, and that's all I'm really doing. I'm powdered up enough with the Bare Minerals. I'm using a big Morphe powder brush to apply the Nars the Nars bronzer in Falasies, which is a little dark, so I'm going in nice and light with a very loose brush so it doesn't look too crazy. This brush came in a set. They don't have numbers on them, but they're nice. I'm just using an angled blush brush, no name, came from TJ Maxx probably, to go in with the Essence Mosaic blush in the Berry Connection, which I absolutely love. So pretty and just pink. This is the Ciate London Highlighting Blush in the shade Pinch Me. It's kind of a pink and yellow swirl. It just says it's blush. It's really a highlighter in my book. And again, using another one of the brushes from the Morphe face brush set. I'm sure it said what the names of them were on the package, but that's long gone. If they don't write it on the brush, then I don't remember. I'm just going to go over my normal brow line with the L'Oreal Unbelievabrow in medium brown. And it's a liquid that's on a little doe foot. And I like to just kind of slap it on there, and then I go in afterwards with a spoolie to run it through and fluff it out. I used way too much of it today, as you are about to see. Like 1 out of every 5 times I attempt to do my brows, they turn out okay. The other 4 times I end up looking like Frida. And you know what? It's all right. It's just makeup. So we grab a tissue and we clean it up. No need to panic. It's only makeup. Does anybody else do that though? When you're up close in the mirror, your brows look amazing, and then you back up and you're like, ah, there's caterpillars on my face. Every day. Now I need to go in and fix the powder because I wiped off that. It's all right. We're just going to keep going. All right, I am using the Wet n Wild Color Icon 10-pan palette in the shade Nude Awakening. Super excited to use my new Jeffree Star by Morphe, or Morphe by Jeffree Star brush set that I got with a gift certificate that I got for my birthday, and I am already really loving these brushes. I think They were recently even on sale for half off, so you can still catch that sale. Do it. These palettes are really great. They're about $5 or less, and they're labeled. The transition shades are labeled, so I'm just using the lighter transition shade in my crease. I try to apply it with one of my favorite brushes, which is a Morphe M433, which had a bunch of purple shadow on it that I didn't properly clean off. So now we got purple in the crease, and we're gonna just go with it, and it's fine, because what is it? It's just makeup. And I'm going with this little crease brush to add some of the darker cranberry color in this palette to the outer V. And I love this little brush. It's another Morphe. It is not labeled. It was part of a set that I think was their holiday 2019 set I got on super sale. And I absolutely am in love with it for working in the outer V area. Like, it's my new favorite brush for that. And then I am just going on the lower lash line with the transition shade, and then I'm going to follow that with the what is now purple shade that I'm using in this look, which is just the shadow left over on this brush from the last look I did. These Wet n Wild 10-pan palettes are great. They come in, I think, 8 different shades right now, and they are really good quality for the money. Now, you do have to go in and build up. You're not going to have the same kind of pigment as you would with, you know, a Jeffree Star palette or like the Tati palette, for example. But that's okay. I think that's okay sometimes. Sometimes I don't want there to be so much pigment that it's fluffing everywhere, and if I mess up, it's the end of the world. This is buildable, and you can see I'm taking my time building it up. And when you are able to take your time, especially if you're, you know, dealing with a hooded eye like I am, it ends up being really worth it in the end. I do own all of these Wet n Wild 10 pans. I just think they're awesome, and often they'll go on sale at Walgreens for like 3 for $10. So I believe that is how I ended up with them over the last couple of years. Just going in with the lightest shade in the palette along my brow bone, just using a little e.l.f. blending eye brush that was $1. And then again, I always keep my brushes handy that I've been using. I keep them on the counter next to me so I can just go in and continue to build and blend. And I'm using the pinky shimmer shade. I'm just applying that to my lid. It's popping nicely while using my fingertip. I also know for a fact that these look really good if you use a flat shader brush. Put the shadow on the brush, then hit the shadow with some setting spray. They look really, really amazing that way as well. It's all about the blend. Just continuing to build. And I am taking another little Morphe brush, the M321, to place some of this shade into my inner corner. I don't often wear eyeliner. I do have hooded lids, and it's tough to see the rest of my eyeshadow when I wear liner, but I was feeling it today. And I was having fun trying to use this eyeliner I got on Wish, and it came off really nice and buttery on my hand, but it struggled over top of the eyeshadow. It's by MKNK, Perfect Eye Lip Liner Pencil and Eyeliner Pencil. It came in a set, like 10 for, you know, $2. For the waterline below, I'm using the Physicians Formula Glide On Gel Eyeliner in Champagne, which went on much easier. For my mascara, I'm using the Wunder Extensions Lash Extension Stain Mascara. This stuff's super interesting. It stains your lashes, so even if you wash your face and try to get it off, it stayed on my eyelashes for like 2 or 3 days, so I didn't have to wear mascara, which is kind of cool. And I'm using the Revolution Makeup Lip Pencil in Blossom. I went over that with the Kokie Kissable Liquid Lipstick in Less is More, and I absolutely did not like how that looked. It was just too pinky nude for me. Those always look good in theory, but not great on these. So I am going over it with the Nars Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Xenon, which I think toned it down and was much more fitting to both my skin tone and the look. So here is the finished look. All right, you guys, thanks for going on this adventure with me. Keep coming back. Take care of you.